Ammonite is the second film from Francis Lee, the acclaimed writer-director behind 2017's God's Own Country. And I got to go to a very early screening of this film due to the BFI London Film Festival this year. So I feel incredibly grateful to be able to get such an early review out for what I feel is such a wonderful film. I'm going to get straight into it. This is a very different type of film to many of the LGBTQ awards dramas that are out there. It's a very quiet, reserved and gentle film, which is just as powerful in its own special way. And a lot of this power is due to Francis Lee's direction and script, alongside his two main actresses, Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan. The fact that this is only Lee's second film is astonishing, as he's so assured in everything he does in this film, and his ability to capture his leading women's performances in a subtle but accessible and meaningful way is incredibly powerful and a great skill that I don't see in many other directors. He crafts so many little moments where we quickly see a character's face in response to what another one is saying, and each of these little moments means so much to the characters and to us. And it's Lee, Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan who do so much of the work in this film to give it the effect that it has. The film doesn't have a huge amount of dialogue due to the nature of the central characters, but because of this central trio, we learn so much about Mary and Charlotte that we know how much each of their tiny actions mean, both to themselves and to the other person. It's through this that the film's effect is created, and it's such a singular mood and feeling that I've never really felt before in a film, and I can't really describe, so all I can really do is say to go and see the film to experience it for yourself. The best way I can describe the film's effect is that when the credits started, no one in the audience moved, and we weren't waiting for a Q&A or any special festival add-on to the film, but you could tell just by the atmosphere in the room that everyone was just entranced by what they'd seen, and they couldn't really snap out of it. Indeed, pretty much everyone on the screen stayed for the whole of the credits, because we just didn't want to leave the spell that the film created. It's genuinely one of the best moments I've ever had in a theatre, and just serves to emphasise how unique and special the film really is. Of course, I have to talk about Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan, who are just essential to making the film what it is. Like I said, the two of them alongside Francis Lee are the central trio which make the film what it is. Both are just mesmerising and define their characters so clearly, even with the little dialogue that the script gives them. And by the end, we have such a clear picture of the two of them and what they mean to each other. And we grow to love them both so much. However, I have to say that it is Winslet who absolutely astounds, as she has a specifically quiet and closed character in Mary, but she speaks utter volumes through so many little glances and movements that she does. Everything she does here has purpose, and this is truly a performance that will be studied in the future. It's easily my favourite of her performances, and she deserves every bit of awards recognition there is. And Ronan is also at a career best here, with a heartbreakingly desperate and lonely performance, but she still imbues Charlotte with so much life and love and joy that she too deserves every bit of praise there is. Together, Winslet and Ronan really do melt your heart, and they truly are one of the best two-handers I've ever seen. Stéphane Fontaine's cinematography is just beautiful, and he somehow manages to make a fairly muted look and colour palette feel bright and vibrant and full of life. Fontaine's cinematography really gives texture and life and feel to this seaside atmosphere. You really do feel all the sand, the sea, the salty seaside smell, and the feeling of the rocks and the muddiness. And it really does help give life, and does help give the audience insight into Mary's love and passion for fossils. And he, along with Francis Lee, craft so many beautiful shots, with the final shot in particular being one of my favourites. Dustin O'Halloran and Volker Bertelmann's score is sparse but affecting, and really helps the film's atmosphere to linger by the end credits. Overall, Lee, Winslet and Ronan really are the centre of this film, and together they form a quiet and gentle film, but one that is also incredibly moving and impactful, with a mood and quiet atmosphere that I've never seen before. When they're together, Ronan and Winslet's performances are tender and powerful, and together they create so many little moments that just send your heart soaring. And I really mean it when I say there was one particular moment where I genuinely felt my heart just fall out of my chest. And whilst the film isn't quite a perfect 10 out of 10 score, its impact in the moment is so moving, tender and powerful that it stays in your mind long after it ends. I can't praise the film's central trio enough. All three of them deserves all the awards recognition there is, and I'm going to give Ammonite a 9.5 out of 10. That was my review of Ammonite, guys. I'm glad I was able to see it so early and get you a review of it so early, and I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.